The Alliance of Strangers. Chapter 1: Strangers in a Strange Land. I awoke to a blinding light piercing through my closed eyelids. My head throbbed as I tried to remember who I was and how I'd ended up in this desolate place. As my eyes adjusted to the brightness, I saw another figure lying on the ground a few feet away. It was a woman, and she was slowly regaining consciousness as well. We exchanged confused glances, both realizing that neither of us knew how we'd ended up on this unknown planet. The landscape around us was barren, with only a few scattered rocks and patches of dry vegetation. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice hoarse from disuse.
"I don't know,"
she replied, her own voice wavering.
"I can't remember anything. What about you? Do you know where we are?"
I shook my head, feeling the weight of our predicament. We were two strangers lost on an alien world with no idea how we'd gotten here or why. Our initial interactions were tense and guarded as we were unsure of each other's intentions.
"Why should I trust you?"
she asked, narrowing her eyes.
"For all I know, you could be the reason we're here."
I bristled at her accusation. "I'm just as clueless as you are," I retorted. "But if we want to survive, we'll have to work together whether we like it or not." Our clashing personalities only exacerbated the situation. I tended to be more cautious and analytical, while she was impulsive and creative. Despite our differences, we began to explore our surroundings, hoping to find some answers to our mysterious arrival on this planet. Chapter 2: Unlikely Allies. As we ventured further into the desolate landscape, our situation became increasingly desperate. With no food or water in sight, our bodies began to show the effects of dehydration and hunger. We realized that if we were going to survive, we would need to put aside our differences and work together. We spent hours searching for any source of sustenance. Our efforts finally paid off when we stumbled upon a hidden oasis, teeming with life. The sight of water and vegetation filled us with renewed hope and energy. "I'll admit, I didn't think we'd find anything out here," the woman said, a hint of gratitude in her voice. "Neither did I," I replied, acknowledging the progress we had made together. "But we're stronger as a team than we are on our own." We set up a makeshift camp near the oasis, pooling our resources and skills to create a safe haven. The woman demonstrated an uncanny ability to build shelter and devise tools, while I utilized my analytical skills to plan our daily activities and ration our supplies. Our combined efforts made our situation more bearable and fostered a sense of camaraderie between us. As we continued to explore the planet, we discovered remnants of an ancient civilization, including the remains of a village inhabited by a peculiar alien species. These findings raised even more questions about the world we found ourselves in and why we had been brought here. Chapter 3: Observing the Alien Tribe. Having forged a tentative alliance, we trudged across the desolate terrain of the unknown planet, feeling the weight of isolation bearing down on us. Despite our initial conflicts, we found ourselves relying on each other to survive in this strange, hostile environment. We shared our skills and knowledge, slowly adapting to our new reality and forming a bond built on trust and mutual dependence. One day, as we ventured further into the landscape in search of food and water, we stumbled upon an astonishing discovery: an alien Aboriginal tribe. Hidden within the shelter of a secluded valley, the tribe was a bewildering blend of the bizarre and the fascinating. We were awestruck, yet hesitant, unsure of how they would react to our presence. Rather than confronting the tribe directly, we chose to observe them from a secure distance. We were determined to learn more about their customs, behaviors, and way of life before attempting to make contact. Concealing ourselves behind the natural camouflage of the terrain, we spent several days scrutinizing their daily routines and social interactions. We watched as they foraged for sustenance, utilizing tools and techniques unfamiliar to us. We marveled at their unique methods of communication, piecing together fragments of understanding from the strange sounds and gestures they employed. We studied their social structure, attempting to discern the roles and hierarchies that governed their community. As we continued to gather and analyze information, we grew more confident in our ability to approach the tribe with respect for their customs and beliefs. We discussed potential strategies for making contact, weighing the risks and rewards of each option. We knew that establishing a relationship with the alien tribe could be the key to our survival on this inhospitable planet. But we also understood the importance of proceeding with caution. Chapter 4: Outsmarting the Attack. We had spent days observing the alien tribe, trying to decipher their customs and practices, and now felt ready to approach them. Cautiously, we entered their territory, attempting to communicate our peaceful intentions with gestures and words from their language that we had picked up during our observation. At first, the aliens seemed curious and cautious, but suddenly, their demeanor changed. A wave of hostility washed over their faces, and we realized we were in grave danger. "We mean you no harm," I said, trying to convey sincerity through my tone and body language. My partner chimed in.
"We only want to learn from you and share our knowledge."
Despite our best efforts, it appeared the tribe had mistaken our presence for an act of aggression. Their warriors launched an attack, brandishing their weapons and charging toward us. We knew we couldn't outrun them, so we had to rely on our wits to survive.
"Quick, let's climb up that tree,"
partner shouted, pointing to a nearby tree with sturdy branches. We scrambled up the tree as fast as we could, narrowly escaping the aliens' grasp. The warriors tried to follow us, but they were unfamiliar with the concept of climbing trees and struggled to ascend. From our vantage point above, we noticed a rock formation that could provide cover and a natural barrier against the tribe's attacks. We took a deep breath, and together, we made a daring leap from the tree to the rocks, momentarily leaving the aliens in disarray. As we hid behind the rocks, I whispered to my partner, "We need to find a way to communicate with them, to show them we're not a threat." She nodded and started rummaging through our belongings, searching for something that might help us bridge the gap. My partner found the makeshift instrument we had crafted earlier from materials we had found on the planet. With a deep breath, she began to play a soothing melody, hoping it would resonate with the tribe and ease their fears. To our surprise, the music seemed to have an effect on the aliens. They paused their attack, their expressions shifting from aggression to curiosity. Seizing the opportunity, I stepped out from behind the rocks and approached the tribe cautiously, my hands raised in a sign of peace. "We are not your enemies," I said, hoping they would understand. Chapter 5: Building Bridges. As the soothing melody from the makeshift instrument continued to play, the atmosphere slowly transformed from hostility to tentative curiosity. The alien tribe's leader cautiously approached us, and we seized the opportunity to create a dialogue. "We are not like the ones who have harmed you," I assured him. "We come from a distant place, seeking knowledge and understanding." The leader seemed to consider our words, and after a long pause, he finally spoke, "We will give you a chance to prove yourselves." Over the next few weeks, we worked hard to build trust with the alien tribe. We shared our knowledge of agriculture, teaching them how to cultivate crops that would thrive in the harsh conditions of their planet. In turn, they taught us about their customs, traditions, and the natural resources available on the planet that we had not yet discovered. Our relationship with the tribe grew stronger each day. We exchanged stories of our respective worlds, marveling at the vast differences and yet finding common ground in our shared experiences. Both parties gradually let go of their initial mistrust, finding solace in the bond that was developing between us. As we continued to work alongside the tribe, our partnership flourished. United by our shared experiences and mutual respect, we began to feel as though we were part of a single, cohesive community. Chapter 6: Unveiling the Truth. The days went by, and our alliance with the alien tribe grew stronger. We continued to share our knowledge and resources, and it seemed that we were making genuine progress towards building a better future together. However, a lingering question still nagged at us: how could the tribal chief speak English? One evening, we decided to approach the chief and ask him directly. "How did you come to learn our language?" I inquired, genuinely curious. The chief hesitated for a moment before he responded. "The truth is, we've encountered humans before," he admitted, a solemn expression on his face. "Not long ago, a group of people who looked just like you arrived on our planet. They claimed to come in peace, but their true intentions were far from noble." As the chief recounted the story, we listened in shock and disbelief. These humans, who hailed from our very own Earth, had exploited the alien tribe, stealing their resources and even conducting experiments on the planet's ecosystem. Appalled by the revelation, we couldn't help but feel a sense of responsibility for the suffering caused by our fellow humans. "We're so sorry for what happened to your people," I said, my voice heavy with sorrow. "We will do everything we can to make amends and help you protect your world from further harm." The chief looked at us, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Your actions speak louder than your words," he said. "Together, we will build a better future for both our peoples." With this newfound knowledge, We were more determined than ever to right the wrongs inflicted upon the alien tribe. As we continued our work, we knew that we would face many challenges ahead. However, we were also certain that our bond, forged through adversity and trust, would help us to overcome any obstacle that lay in our path.